Hello and Swadee Krab. Welcome to the latest episode of The Best of Thailand with me, Edward Ensko, the program that introduces you to the most outstanding, the most luxurious, the most unique aspects of what makes this country such a great place to live. In the program today, we'll be taking you to some of the hottest eateries in Bangkok. An old nightlife favorite reopens its doors, and Alexander McQueen. That's all coming up and more, so enjoy. I'm sure many of you have heard of Kappa on Sukhumvit Soi 16. Well, did you know that this Bangkok favorite has now got another branch? Kappa Deli is in a soak tower on a soak road, and you'll find many of the dishes that are some of the best Kappa has to offer in this branch as well. So we caught up with Gavin and Cameron to find out what is happening at Kappa Deli.
My name is Gavin Vongkusokit, and my position is the director of Kappa Deli. So Kappa Deli has been open for a year and a half. We chose this location because it's convenient access to all the office buildings around the area. We want to take this concept a little bit different from our original restaurant, which is Kappa. Kappa is more in a residential zone, but still has very good access. But we want this one to be part of a commercial identity and to have a bit more after work place feel to it. So it's quicker. It's somewhere people can come in for a quick sandwich or maybe stay on for a glass of wine or two. But we want a different atmosphere. So this location seems to be quite perfect for that. The origins of Kappa Deli actually is Kappa. My own mother founded Kappa 16 years ago in Sukhumvit 16, Bangkok, and it quickly became an institution. I mean, everybody knows about Bangkok. If you Google it, it's on New York Times, and we started actually with the intention to be a coffee roasting place, and we brought in our own coffee. At the time, there's nothing like this. There's nobody in Thailand that roasts their own coffee. And we were the first 15 years ago. And we distributed to a lot of hotels and restaurants. And Kappa, the original one, was really just a front for just really a place where you can come in and be introduced to the brand and do some coffee tasting. And but eventually people asked for desserts and brownies and sandwiches and salads, and eventually it grew and it became a full-blown restaurant. That was the original Kappa. And I felt that there's such a strong brand here that we maybe can use to grow into multiple outlets. I feel that Kappa Deli is almost like a natural progression of Kappa. It's still the same friendly environment, still fun. You can come in with your dogs, you can come in thongs and shorts, and be sitting next to a businessman in suits discussing whatever the next deal is, or you could be next to a Indian women who are having late lunch together with copious amount of wine. It's a very comfortable place, so we want to retain that, but we want to bring it into a new location and update it a little bit. New style of food, new style of service. It's quicker. It's even more casual, I would argue, than before. Almost have a takeaway feel. So we've adapted it a little bit from that origin, but I think we still serve the best coffee in town. The style of the cuisine is modern, international, modern. I'm almost even tempted to say modern Australian. But it's a mix of different styles, a mix of Thai, it's without using the word fusion because it's overused, it's a mix of everything that I like that is yummy and scrumptious and casual, comfort food. Our most popular breakfast would be the scrambled eggs. We're very proud of it, actually. Not many places, in fact I would argue no other places, at least in Thailand, does scrambled eggs the way that we do. But it's not just the scrambled eggs that's quite popular. In fact, I mean, we're known to have the best breakfast in town. I mean, a lot of people come on weekends, especially on Sunday, just to have our brunch. So we're very particular about the breakfast, and it really just came out of my big thing about breakfast. I mean, I just love it every morning to go with coffee, and I'm just unwilling to compromise on the quality of the breakfast. And I couldn't find, actually, when my mother and I started this week, we couldn't find a good breakfast place in town outside of the hotels, and we thought, well, let's create our own. The new things we're doing at Kappa Deli is we're starting to do more evening tapas menu, whereas previously we started off with a very strong kind of breakfast offering and then grow into lunch, Delhi style lunch. We're starting to do something more complicated, more kind of main course, tapas, more things that you might have no longer have when you're trying to rush between different meetings, but more into something that you might enjoy the night and maybe over a bottle or two of wines with your friends. So we're starting to have a lot more nighttime, evening customers. Unintentional, but it grew sort of that way, and it's good. Kappa Deli is available for private events, and we do it quite regularly, almost every weekly. We have a lot of friends in the building, office customers, and especially around the time of the special festivities, New Year's, Oktoberfest, Christmas, Easter, we get a lot of parties that we do. So we have a special mezzanine area for that, which is where I'm sitting now.
I'm Cameron Stewart, and my role here, I was brought in to train the staff, develop a few more range in their deli range. Kappa Deli is a casual Australian type cafe. With Australian cuisine, it lends itself to many different influences, and that's what Kappa Deli does. We range from breakfast right through to dinner, and yeah, have more of a modern eclectic style menu. The most popular breakfast here would be either the Eggs Benedict or the scrambled eggs. Our scrambled eggs are really good. They're quite creamy and still wet and moist. One of the things I like to do is a roast capsicum pepperonata, because it's really versatile. It goes great with fish and meats and salads. And you roast the capsicums over an open flame, and it gives a nice smokiness to the capsicum. And then it's braised in olive oil with anchovies and garlic and fried basil leaves and parsley. It's more a Mediterranean dish, but I find it really versatile.
I would say the thing that makes us unique is the atmosphere. is the unpretentiousness of the place. I mean, we're not trying to be a French cafe in New York, in Bangkok style bistro, gastropub. We are not trying to have wine in front of our names in order to sell wines like a lot of the places do. I mean, we just exist. We offer good, healthy, scrumptious food, and trying to give people value for money. We're not trying to be anything. We're just a very nice casual place to come and have food, and that's refreshing, I think.